for today. All right, so leading gappers ENSC, the one that we caught there from 72 cents, already up in the 74s here. Currently, if you are still in that, I'd be having a stop loss at entry at the very least. And I do want to watch it today still. I want to keep an eye on this over 72.50. Looks good. It looks good. If we can get that move, you know, back up into the 80s and maybe even to the 90s today, you've got range to about $1 on it. It looks good. It looks good. Again, I posted up an alert on this earlier, risking right there around 68, 69, and that's from an entry at 72 cents. Range to $1. It looks good. It does look good. So be watching ENSC as long as it holds over 72.50. Then I would say to keep an eye on this, and it's got the range to about $1 on it. It looks really, really nice. It was the only setup this morning that I really saw any good opportunity with, and so, you know, you just have to stick to what does have the opportunity, and this is kind of one of those this morning where the only thing that was really setting up in a decent way and this has range to, as I mentioned, about 87 to $1 on ENSC. It looks good. It looks good. It's also testing the pre-market highs, or at least the highs from the entry alert there currently. Oh, this looks good too. This looks good too on ADXN. I'm liking share price. I'm liking share price. I don't like the penny stocks too much. So whenever I see these tickers that are, you know, 10 bucks, 20 bucks, I love it. I love it. This looks really good. You've got range on ADXN today to about 14. You've got 14 all the way up into the 17s, really. You've got plenty of upside. So be watching this one heavily today as well. This looks really, really nice. Even here, I don't mind this at all. Look at this setup here. Look at the setup here. Nice little wedge break here to the upside with some volume. This is really nice. I enjoy it. Keep an eye on this over 12 bucks. You can even watch the pullbacks from here, honestly, and you've got nice range. Let's see here. No sound? Uh-oh. Let's see if we can fix it. Do we have sound now? Are we good? Yes, okay. So keep in mind, y'all, whenever you have no sound, just make sure you do, like, tag me in the chat. That way I get a notification and I can look over at the screen and fix it. Because, I don't know, I think what happens is a lot of people join at the same time, and then it kind of glitches the audio out. I think that's usually what it is. But yeah, in the future, just tag me in chat. That way I get notification. But anywho, so far what I've mentioned is ENSC. We're going to be watching continuously over that 72.50. We already took it this morning at 71 cents. Already got a nice move. Stops are above entry. ADXN, though, is my top watch. Aside from that, looks really, really nice on this little wedge breakout here going into the bell. It looks fantastic if you want to take it on a pullback over 12 bucks. You get the range here to about 14. Over 14, you have the range to about 17. But you have 14 into the gap fill on the daily, so it looks really nice. And that is ADXN. So again, ADXN, we're going to be watching over 12 bucks. And you've got range here to 14 and 17 on ADXN. And you can watch it for pullbacks around this area here too. If you can get something in the 1250s or 1240s, then I would be jumping on that as well. Let me show you my screen. Oh, yeah, let me get it back up. There we go. Whenever I restarted it, shut the screen off. We're good. And again, if the sound goes out, just make sure you do tag me so I can restart. Okay. Let's see. So this one looks fantastic. ADXN looks amazing here. I'd be watching this one pretty heavily. I'd be watching it pretty heavily off the dips. Yeah, be watching this one closely here into the open. I'm going to be keeping an eye on it personally as well. I want to see what it does through here real quick. Keep an eye on it there. Let's see. It's a really nice look too. Keep watching it off the pullbacks, ADXN. Look and see if you can get some filled on the pullback. I'm going to be looking to risk about pretty much 12.10. 12.10, maybe 12.15. Right now I'm going to say 12.10. It's always better to be undersized than it is to be oversized. Let's see if what this wants to do going into the open today. I already have a win on ENSC from 71 up into the 76 to 77s. Of course, letting that go. Stops at entry. I did get filled on ADXN at 12.58. And looking for the break of 12.90 to 13s. Looking for the break of 12.90 into the 13s from a 12.58 entry. Here's new highs on the ENSC alert as well. There's 80 cents starting to break here. Have a quarter left in ENSC. Stops at entry. Well, stops now, I guess 75 cents we can do. So again, stops at 75 cents on ENSC. Just a quarter left there. Well, keep your eyes on that. On ADXN, I'm going to be watching in the background as well. So if I do need to cut, then I'll be watching that. Right now, though, profitable on ENSC. And I'm currently green on ADXN too. Just hasn't really made a move yet. Let's see what else we have here. I don't want to waste too much time. TANH we have this morning. This is a China, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Okay. This is a China. The daily's not bad. The daily is not bad, but it is a China. I don't mind the daily over 20 cents. It's not too terrible. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. And so if we do want to watch it over pre-market highs, you may have something to watch. There's 81 cents now over here on ENSC. Nice look. Gap on the daily on TANH as well, up into the 40s, which isn't a terrible look. It's pretty good. I would say more so your range today, probably around 32 cents. You already tested 25 this morning, which is interesting. Let me pull it up over here on my other screen so I can actually get a better look. I feel like I'd have to watch over PM highs. I don't like it anywhere else. And being that it's a China too, I want to make sure we've got that confirmation over the highs too. Yeah, I'll watch it. I watched over 25 cents. Might as well. And again, range here, you're looking at around 33 to 40. So 33 cents to 40 cents on TANH. SMFL, Trib, no thanks. What else do we have here? A lot of odd gappers this morning. Nothing that looks great except for ADXN. Of course, ENSC looks great still. Very happy with that one. Very, very happy with that one. 82 cents now on ENSC. So far, starting the day with a win and a current open position on ADXN. See if we can't get up through highs on that. It's holding up well, but I need to see the break of that 13. Still green on ADXN currently. Again, entry was 12.58 for me. Smaller size position, risking around 12.10, 12.15-ish, 12.10. Again, right now I'm saying 12.10. I'd rather be undersized than oversized. There's 12.65 now over there on ADXN. Want to see the break. Want to see the break. RR, no action in pre. Liquidity on RR is always a bit of an issue. Yesterday we traded it well. I took 3 wins on RR. Similar to ASST, we took 3 wins on ASST as well, but price action on both of those, while we did well on them, it was just so choppy. It was so choppy, and RR looked great after the bell today, or yesterday, sorry. And we saw heavy consolidation after breaking over its pre-market highs. It looks great. And then, of course, it just faked out and ended up knifing. So I was still green on all the trades on it, but it was not clean in the slightest. So pre-market wise, we've got ENSC, ADXN, and TANH currently. Pretty healthy list, honestly, going into the open. And have at least some cushion with the ENSC profits. ADXN, we'll have to see what it wants to do. And let's go ahead and go over the nightly watch list in the meantime. Let's see, Trib, we're not going to be watching today. That was on the list last night, but as you saw earlier, we looked at it. It already gapped down overnight, so we're not going to be playing that one today. We had RKLB on the list. I still do like RKLB. Of course, market a bit weak again this morning, so that might put some weight on the RKLB swing. We'll see. Would it be smart to add to ENSC if you have a fill at 70? I mean, that's up to you. That's up to you. I mean, I would say as long as it's still risk-free. I mean, I wouldn't add anything substantial if you've already taken a good bit out. But if you're asking me to, I don't know that it's a great idea just because there's sort of a lack of, I feel like a lack of confidence whenever you ask me. And I don't want you to get greedy and give back your profits up here. Especially with how the market's been lately. It's not really a strong enough market to get too aggressive with the ads on the way up. So I'd be a little bit more hesitant personally. And I think you are, which is why you're asking. So just be careful. Yeah, just be careful. Let's see. So we have 3. What else have we got here on the nightly list? RKLB I have to watch. Redfin we wanted to watch today. How did that open overnight? Not bad. A little bit weak in the 1140s. A tad bit weak in the 1140s. Let me get this pulled up. I wanted to watch it today over 1155. Now, with the broader market weakness we're seeing here, it did open a bit weak. 1140s. I still want to watch it today if it does find buyers over 1155 today. That's still very well in the realm of possibilities because we're right here at 1150 right now. So, I mean, we're 3 cents away from criteria. If it finds buyers out of the open today, we can play it. So Redfin over 1155 in the range here today is going to be, as we mentioned, at 1250 and 1280. On the simple daily breakout, MRM we wanted to watch today as well, off of the $5 pullbacks for the range back to 660 and 770. It's already bounced a bit here this morning up to the 580s on lower volume. You still have range to the 660s though, so there's definitely still incentive for a further bounce. You'd have to see it maintain price over 550 at this point though. I wouldn't want to play it off 5 anymore. Yeah, I wouldn't want to play it off 5 anymore. We can watch it off 550. Got nothing wrong with that. So over 550 for the range to 660 and beyond. Right now we're saying 660. We've also got the range to about 770 after that, but because of the market, how it is right now, leaning more conservative. And we've also got Lunar to watch, but that's nowhere near criteria, so I'm going to be leaving that off the list. Which means you've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 setups for the open today. And we also, look at this here, VOXX. Look at the volume here. This is good. This is really, really nice. Watch this today over $4 on VOXX. This looks fantastic. This looks fantastic. Watch it over the pre-market highs. I've not seen a setup this clean all morning. But on the break of 4 on VOXX, you've got the range all the way to $5. This looks amazing. This looks really, really nice. This is my top watch if we do break 4. This looks nice. Have not seen a single setup like this all morning. All right, so we've got VOXX over 4 for the range to 5. I love that. It looks great. Yeah, that looks great. I'm going to definitely be watching that one out of the open today. Again, we're watching it over $4 if it does get that break. Such a clean daily breakout, too. That defined level of risk back there at $4. You can see that nice flat top on the daily. Just looks really, really good. It's just a matter of, can it break and can it follow through? We'll have to see. Definitely be watching it, though. This is a really, really good setup. Let me get these pulled up on my screens real quick while we're waiting. And we've got roughly 6 minutes until the open, so I want to get these pulled up. I want to get ready to go. Get ready to have a good day today. Let's see, ADXN, ENSC, I already have pulled up. Make sure you're doing the same real quick. Get everything pulled up, ready to go. What's with TA and H too? I know we were watching that one a few days ago. And it's actually somewhat back to criteria, which is interesting because we were watching it over 25 cents. What was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days ago? Be watching ADXN if it does hit stops. Currently testing. But we were watching TA and H. I think it was the 25-cent break, and it looks like it's wanting to do that again this morning. Take a look. And we watched it way back. Was it the 20th? It was a week ago. Okay. Well, it looks good over 25.35. So right now, they're starting the day, though, with a quarter-size loss on ADXN and a mediocre-ish win on ENSC, just small size, so nothing crazy because of the pre-market sizing. All right, watching this TNH for the range to 33. We already have this on the list. Am I drunk? I think I'm drunk. It's already on the dang list. I knew I just looked at it. I was like, this sounds so familiar. This sounds so familiar. We just went over it. All right, so Redfin, TA&H, Vox rejected there off of $4 again. We have VR, hold on, MRM, and let's see. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 setups for this morning. Some good setups, just like yesterday, but it's just like I don't know. Like yesterday, follow through was so bad. It was nothing like Thursday or Friday. Thursday or Friday of last week, we had such a big day both days. And then price action yesterday kind of felt more like early week price action from last week. Just super rangy, super choppy. No real direction, no momentum. So hopefully we can break that today. Well, obviously it's not in our control, it's the market's control, but hopefully the market can break that today and give us some good opportunities, some good clean trading. And I think we'll be okay. But as a quick reminder, as always, if you do get a DM from anybody named Kev, it's not me, so make sure you block and report them. And if you are new and this is your first day, make sure as well you go through the Start Here category first, starting in the Read Before Trading channel, broker setup, classroom, and all that stuff there. And of course, make sure you size properly. That's one of the most overlooked parts of all of this, is sizing properly according to your risk. So in pre-market, for example, I take a quarter size position, which means my risk is a quarter of my usual risk to account for the added risk. And then of course, in my regular trades, you're just calculating your size based on how much risk you have in the trade. So be smart. Today should be hopefully a good day, easy day. We're going to be a lot pickier today because the thing is, Thursday and Friday were such good days for us. Friday was the biggest day of the month I had. And, so I was like, all right, let's get a little bit aggressive on Monday. So I got a little bit aggressive yesterday. And then, of course, we got no follow through. And so that's why I was a little bit choppier. No good opportunities, no follow through while trying to be a little bit more aggressive to take advantage of the opportunity we had on Friday. And of course, it didn't follow through on Monday. So hoping today that we can get that back. Hoping today that we can, get that opportunity back in the market. Fingers crossed. But as long as you're sizing properly, managing risk properly, that's all that matters. So just focus on execution, and everything else will fall into place. I'm telling you, this VOXX looks fantastic, though. If this thing can break through fours, this thing by itself should give us a nice green day, I'm telling you. This looks really, really nice. I quite like it. All right, let me get this posted, and make sure you guys as well go through the whole list, get your charts pulled up and marked up and ready to go for the open. And I'm telling you right now, we're going to have a good day today. Just got to take it a little bit slower. Be patient after open. Wait for the setups to come to us. If they don't, then we're going to sit here and wait until they do. And that's about it. It should be a good day, though. All right, y'all on TikTok, I'm going to go ahead and shut down that stream to get ready for the bell. Looks like it's going to be a pretty good day, hopefully. A good bit of gappers this morning, and the market does open in about 2 minutes. So make sure you do claim your 7-day free trial to trade live with me every single day, and I'll see y'all there.